Hey everyone, welcome. Probably the most important test in personality will take, very neglected, very popularly used in neurolinguistic system of understanding the human psyche. This is called the subconscious communication style, learning style, however you want to interpret this, right? Like you can see in the pie chart over here somewhere, right? It's four different criteria of evaluation, if you want to call it that. It's kinesthetic, audio, digital, visual, and audio. So some of us understand more by listening, some of us more by feeling. The feeling can be physical feeling or it can be emotional feeling also. Some of us have audio digital, meaning we have got lots of internal thought process going on in our heads. So that's how we think and process internally. That's audio digital in summer coffee. Then some of us are more visual people. So we learn by seeing things. You can see this, right, in your friends. If you see things like, hear them say, oh, I see what you're saying, or I feel what you're saying, or I hear what you're saying, right? Take this test for your kids, for your friends. Make it a fun thing. Don't make it a super serious thing. It'll help you understand where you function dominantly from. So the first part will cover the description. Second part, the Excel sheet usage. Download links are in the description box below. Download, use, share. Do it on a party somewhere. It'll be fun. It'll really be fun. You think how your friends are working.
Hi everyone. In this module, the test comprises of checking out how your subconscious learning and communication style goes. Subconscious meaning below the conscious mind, meaning you're not thinking consciously, you're not aware of it. It's like the back of your mind. We all have ways in which we function subconsciously and which dictate pretty much how we have unconscious behaviors, what triggers us, what makes us angry, what makes us happy, what makes us sad. All of this is part of subconscious memories that we have. So we shall examine in this particular test how it goes. Let me give you a brief introduction to this, what it will provide. Subconscious learning and communication style. What's that about? Subconscious learning and communication style gives an understanding of which kind of sensory input do you predominantly work from. For example, so we have got a subconscious sensory conditioning. We are talking about hearing, we are talking about feeling, we are talking about visual, audio, that kind of a thing. So what does that look like? Looks like a typical report where this person processes more information from hearing things. That's the audio. Then comes the kinesthetic things, which is the feeling, and then visual. So visual is not predominant form of processing for this kind of a person, whereas feeling is more, and most predominant is hearing. So this person would first say things like, I hear you, and then I feel what you're saying. You see, so this is important of the parameters to understand when we are talking of subconscious style of processing information or the sensory input. So the visual communicators, what are they? What are those kind? Visual communicators learn by seeing and memorizing, looking at pictures. They need to see pictures. They won't be more of an audio kind of person. They won't process more of hearing. They'll process more of visual stuff. So they can learn by pictures, visual medium. If you're communicating with the visual kind of person, you might send them pictures, videos, slides, images rather than written reports. The words they will like to use are see, look, view, focus, appear. The next kind would be the auditory, the ones who want to hear stuff. So they process information by listening to things. They will likely be little listeners. So they will most probably use words like the message sounds right. And they will also memorize by steps, procedures, sequences in the sound of things, in the tone of voice. They respond to the tone of voice and how it works for them. The third kind would be the kinesthetic one, the feelers. The feeling may be in terms of physical senses, or it may be in terms of emotion, because we humans use two kinds of connotation when it comes to using the word feel. It may be either I feel sad or I feel cold. So it may be both. Kinesthetic applies to both. But they'll be talking more in terms of a feeling. This is my gut feeling. These are the kinesthetic type of processors or communicators. The auditory digital ones, why is it called digital? Because it's more of an internal communication. It's communication, internal talk, self-talk. The message, the communication that takes place inside one's head, right? They will be talking more in terms of what makes sense to them and what doesn't make sense to them. They also memorize by steps, procedures, and sequences. Hey everyone, welcome back. Now we're talking about basic subconscious communication and learning style. Now this is very crucial, very important to understand for us, because now we are going at a personality level which is of depth, which is of really going into the primal sort of what we are born with as instincts, right from the time we are little babies, okay? So we are talking at that level of understanding subconscious patterns, and this is based on the neurolinguistic model of analysis of a personality. I've taken all the best models of personality available and I made these personality tests. Now this is the last of the basic ones. Next we will be doing all the advanced series, yes? And the link to the download link in my Google Drive is below in the description box. You can download it and you will see this pop up. Now before you go any further, if you open the worksheet, it will tell update or don't update. Just say don't update. Just open the worksheet without updating. Okay. So you can download it, and what we see here is 2 worksheet tabs and a total. You see my arrow at the bottom, first one, second one, and the summary of 1 and 2. Alright. So you have 3. There is subconscious patterns totals, which you don't have to worry about right now. That I'll talk about later what it means. But for the sake of this test, it doesn't mean anything. Subconscious 1 and subconscious 2 are the 2 tests involved in this. And how many questions does subconscious 1 have? It's got a lot of questions. It's got 35 questions. And the subconscious 2 has 34 questions. So around about equal, about 70 questions, right? And these are evaluating on 4 different counts of neurolinguistic programming: the audio, visual, kinesthetic, and audio digital. Now what does this mean? We will see a little later on. So you see the first box here again, which is similar pattern. I've kept the worksheet patterns as you work this, similar test kind of looking sheets for every test, so there is no confusion. The red box on top indicates the question, and A, B, C are the multiple choices. You just have to type in your answer yes or no in that box which I just showed now. This answer, wherever it is written answer, that's the only column you have to fill in. Leave everything else as it is, because it totals all these scores in the last sheet, summary 1 and 2. Okay, you can see the formulas if you're so Microsoft Excel inclined. It's easy to understand. There's nothing rocket science about this. However, the main interesting part is the questions. For example, what do you like to do more? The first question. What do you like to do more when you're not in a mood to do anything? Number 1, listen to music. Number 2, watch TV or movies. Number 3, take a long bath. So these kind of questions are there which tell whether you're an audio kind of person, a visual kind of person, or a kinesthetic kind of person. Kinesthetic means touch. Kinesthetic also means feeling. Like you say, I feel so and so, I feel so and so. People use the word feel are more kinesthetic. Not just feel in terms of physical touch. Remember that. And subconscious patterns too, it moves on to further questions. It goes into a more detailed level as you go along. Like the first question in the second worksheet tab is, remember a time when you learned how to do something new? Avoid choosing a physical skill. Like you learned best by doing what? What was your learning style in doing that? Listening to somebody explain it and asking questions, diagrams, maps, charts and visual clues, watching a demonstration, or written instructions in a manual or a book. that says you're audio, visual, kinesthetic, or audio digital. You can type in yes in any one of the boxes like I'm demonstrating here, and the color will change. Capital or not capital yes does not matter, don't worry about it. And then you will get the summary here. Now the summary is again a pie chart which tells you how much percentages of each one you are. Remember this, we are not black and white personalities, any one of us. We have got shades of everything. We are more of something and less of something in any personality. Sometimes we can be like this, sometimes we can be like something else, right? So the scores are made out as a pie chart, as you can see. Now this particular person is 13% audio digital. Audio digital in neurolinguistic programming means you are an internal thinking person, internal processor. You tend to process inside your head, that is called audio digital. Internal self-talk, okay, simply put. Kinesthetic, like I said, is feeling as in feeling bodily touch or feeling as in feelings, emotions. Visual, of course, is people who are visual. They want everything in pictures and diagrams. Audio is one who listens more and learns more by listening to stuff. Visual communicators, auditory communicators, kinesthetic communicators, auditory digital communicators. The descriptions are listed underneath the pie chart. Okay? And so you will get a summary. Use this. The download link in the description box. You can subscribe because next time I'm going to post all the advanced tests. These are really advanced tests, and there's more for like young adults to, well, teenagers to young adults, to be honest with you. So these people, if they know the basic first and the advanced first, 6 and 6 worksheets, totally 12, you're pretty much nailed down your personality, folks. You're not going to find much variations even through your life about your personality type. So these are the good ones. This is why I'm making it, okay? Take care, be safe.